Subaru has carved out a loyal following for a reason. Known for its standard all-wheel drive systems, boxer engines, and rugged outdoorsy charm, the brand appeals to everyone from die-hard adventurers to cautious commuters. But like any automaker, not every Subaru hits the mark. While some models have proven themselves to be sturdy and reliable companions, others have struggled with chronic issues that can lead to hefty repair bills and owner frustration. If you're thinking about buying a used Subaru, whether it's for road trips, city driving, or navigating tricky terrain, it pays to know which years to avoid and which ones are worth every penny. Let's start with the rough patches, those Subaru models that simply didn't live up to expectations, and then finish strong with the best examples of what Subaru can truly offer. The Subaru Legacy is often thought of as the sensible Subaru. It's the family-friendly, all-weather sedan that gets you to work and back with minimal drama. But the 2009 model year took that promise and stomped all over it with a major engine problem that left many owners scratching their heads and draining their wallets. The issue centered around excessive oil consumption, thanks to faulty piston rings in the 2.5-liter flat-4 engine. Owners would report losing a quart of oil every 1,000 miles or less, and Subaru's response was frustratingly sluggish. Some dealerships even told drivers this level of oil loss was normal, but really it wasn't. Beyond the engine issues, the 2009 Legacy also came with a dated interior and a bland driving experience. While other mid-size sedans were pushing ahead with better infotainment, smoother transmissions, and more refined cabins, the Legacy felt stuck in the past. When you factor in repair costs and the risk of long-term engine wear, the 2009 Legacy just isn't a car you want to depend on long-term. Then there's the 2014 Subaru Forester, a crossover that should have nailed everything Subaru fans love: practicality, all-wheel drive confidence, and cargo space. Instead, it became infamous for reliability issues that were both mechanical and electronic. The biggest problem was with the CVT transmission. Owners experienced shuddering, slipping, and complete failure in some cases, all before hitting 100,000 miles. The repair cost for a failed CVT isn't cheap, often running upwards of $4,000. But the problems didn't stop there. The 2014 Forester was also plagued by malfunctioning sensors, erratic infotainment behavior, and air conditioning issues. Throw in the continuation of the oil consumption problem from earlier years, and you've got a car that's more stress than it's worth. Despite being a top seller at the time, many owners later regretted their purchase as maintenance and reliability took a nosedive. But perhaps no Subaru has caused as much disappointment as the 2011 Subaru Outback. This model year had ambitious intentions. It was spacious, off-road capable, and looked like the ultimate adventure mobile. But the infamous CVT troubles reared their head once again, only this time paired with steering issues that made the vehicle feel vague and unsafe on the road. The 2.5-liter engine was underpowered, and when paired with the sluggish CVT, it made highway merging a chore. But the biggest kicker was the persistent complaints of the steering wheel pulling to one side, a problem that persisted even after alignments and suspension checks. Subaru tried to patch it with service bulletins, but many owners reported the problem never fully went away. When you add the continued oil-burning issues and a tendency for early rust in certain regions, the 2011 Outback failed to live up to its rugged image. That's the rough side of Subaru ownership, but don't let it scare you off. The brand has built some absolutely stellar vehicles over the years. Cars and crossovers that are practical, safe, and even fun to drive. And when you find the right one, it's easy to understand why so many people become lifelong Subaru fans. The 2016 Subaru Outback stands tall as one of the best Subarus you can buy new or used. By this year, Subaru had refined many of the issues that plagued earlier models. The CVT transmission had been upgraded and made more reliable, the interior saw notable improvements in both layout and material quality, and the infotainment system finally felt like it belonged in the same decade. The 2.5-liter engine was still the go-to for fuel economy, but if you wanted more punch, the 3.6R six-cylinder offered buttery smooth acceleration without sacrificing too much mileage. On the road, the 2016 Outback felt confident and capable, handling rain, snow, and gravel with ease. It had great safety ratings, came with EyeSight driver assistance tech in higher trims, and offered an incredible blend of utility and comfort. For many, this was the year Subaru finally hit the sweet spot with the Outback formula. Another strong contender is the 2020 Subaru Forester. While earlier generations had their fair share of flaws, Subaru really stepped up its game for the fifth generation. The 2020 Forester came standard with eyesight, making it one of the safest compact SUVs in its class. It was quieter inside, better built, and featured more thoughtful cabin storage than previous versions. The 2.5-liter engine produced modest but reliable power, and Subaru had finally started reining in the oil-burning issues of older powertrains. The CVT was much improved, and the handling was more composed, especially during highway cruising or light off-road excursions. With ample rear legroom and a spacious cargo area, the 2020 Forester became the perfect road trip car for growing families and adventure seekers alike. Reliability scores from Consumer Reports and J.D. Power gave it a thumbs up, and owner satisfaction rates were higher than any other Forester generation before it. Let's not forget the 2013 Subaru Impreza. While not the most glamorous or rugged Subaru in the lineup, this compact sedan or hatchback was the poster child for affordable all-wheel drive transportation done right. After a full redesign in 2012, the 2013 model refined that platform, giving drivers better fuel economy, a smoother ride, and a more intuitive interior layout. At over 30 miles per gallon on the highway, it was one of the few all-wheel drive vehicles in its segment that didn't guzzle fuel. Owners praised its handling in poor weather, its straightforward design, and the fact that it held up surprisingly well over time with routine maintenance. It wasn't fast, but it wasn't trying to be. It was reliable, practical, and inexpensive to own. Compared to other small sedans of its era, the 2013 Impreza simply offered more for the money and was far less likely to leave you stranded. Finally, for those craving performance without giving up all-season capability, the 2018 Subaru WRX deserves a shout-out. While earlier WRX models were thrilling but plagued by head gasket failures and weak transmissions, the 2018 model struck a more refined balance. The 2.0-liter turbocharged boxer engine cranked out 268 horsepower, and it came with a 6-speed manual that felt tight and responsive. Subaru had stiffened the chassis and improved interior materials, making it feel less like a rally car for teenagers and more like a genuine sports sedan for grown-ups. It wasn't perfect, the ride was still harsh, and road noise could be an issue. But when it came to bang-for-your-buck thrills with year-round usability, the 2018 WRX nailed it. Reliability scores improved, and with fewer complaints about blown engines or fragile gearboxes, it stood out as one of the most dependable years for the turbocharged WRX line. So should you buy a Subaru? Absolutely, but with your eyes open. The brand has had its growing pains, especially with certain engines and CVT transmissions in the early 2010s. Models from that era, particularly the 2009 Legacy, 2011 Outback, and 2014 Forester, can end up being far more costly than their purchase price suggests. But if you're smart about which years to target, Subaru can be a fantastic choice. Models like the 2016 Outback and 2020 Forester offer rugged versatility with modern comforts, while the 2013 Impreza keeps it simple and reliable for budget-conscious buyers. And for enthusiasts, the 2018 WRX gives you turbocharged fun without sacrificing everyday usability. In the end, Subaru isn't a brand you buy because it's flashy or luxurious. You buy one because it gets the job done, no matter the weather or road conditions. Just be sure to do your homework and choose the right year, and your Subaru might just outlast the pavement beneath it. If you found the video useful, be sure to hit the like button to support us. And here is another video you'd like.